In Africa, whenever there is something good, they first of all resist it and even wear it, dress it with all kinds of things. I can tell you in Buganda, the coffee is called chivoko. The reason why it is called chivoko, people resisted to grow it and were simply whipped to grow it. Right now they are benefiting. They thought that the one who was bringing coffee had bad intentions. Even electricity, everything. So I want to tell my brother that my heart has always been a very clean heart, and it will always continue to be.
But yeah, through
so
you, maybe
there is no problem.
Yeah, through you, sorry to interject. You know, when you are dealing with Jonathan and Luganda, his Luganda is not very good. Like it's already on record. Like
I tried to interpret for him, but I can give him another important one. Was a toilet. Why the toilet is called Mugwanya? Mugwanya was a prime minister of Buganda. He introduced digging the toilet. People resisted. Because it was too harsh on them, they named the toilet Mugwanya. So don't have in you anything to think that there is bad spirit or bad. I am trying to make things good, to cure actually what has been in Uganda for the last 60 years. Today we must.
Thank you. I'm sure that question you have faced it before. I just wanted the committee to have on record have good faith.
By Honorable Dulu, where the elections took place and who presided over, I will provide that one in a written form after doing thorough research on it. And Mr. Chairman, the other one is the budget and how I want the budget to be done by Honorable Nwagaba. That one I'll also respond in a written form. Honorable Nwagaba was worried whether what I'm proposing will not kill the opposition. Mr. Chairman, that what I'm providing actually will strengthen the opposition. And I want a very strong opposition. Even if we are in power, I'm trying to make you people in the NRM, when you are in opposition, when you are strong there, when you can check us properly. So that is what I'm providing for. Yeah. The other one who presided over, I will give you in a written form. Where my model is working, I can give you countries where it is working, but it is proper if I do further research and I give you that. But I know in Ghana, that's how they do. So I will present to the clerk when I'm done with it. The one which I actually think would be the proper one would be when the first run-up is the leader of opposition. But it requires to amend the Constitution. Because of, I think, Article 78, if it is offered, I think the composition of Parliament and how ex-officials come into Parliament, that would be the best proposition. And the research I have of head is that when Paul Semogerere, the late, was the leader of opposition from 1980 to 1985, there was no tension at all because he was the president of the party, at the same time, the leader of opposition. So that harmonious kind of situation is what I want to see in the Parliament.
Chair,
so that...
Can I correct the meeting for the record to be proper? The man who voted in 1980 was by proportional representation. So the Honorable Dr. Somogere came with a constituency. So was Dr. Milton Obote. So each had a constituency they came with Parliament. So we had a hybrid presidential system and then proportional representation. So amending the Constitution to give us that would require also amending particular provisions of the mode of electing members of Parliament.
Presidential system to elect the president. When you see how we elect MPs and how we sit in Parliament, it might be the parliamentary kind of thing. I have looked at different constitutions in the world, but I have not come across the word movement system. But it once worked in Uganda. So there is nothing which stops us as members of parliament to create what is good for this country, other than simply copying from wherever. Probably those people might also have copied or they created. So we can also create something new for the good of the country. We don't simply have to pick from anywhere. But my point was here, is that for me what I want, or what I would like to see, that the first run-up should have a cap of elections for him to have gotten from the elections, for him for a particular kind of democracy. Why they drafted the constitution the way it is, there was an intention, there was that spirit in them to create the democracy that was working for the country as it is today. And I don't want to touch that democracy because it is already provided for in the constitution. The way it is, I'm satisfied. That is why I didn't even touch it when I was moving my amendments. The other one, Mr. Chairman, was the question moved by Honorable Duru. When is commencement? I would prefer that commencement is done in the next parliament, in the 12th parliament. That's what I would prefer, because I have no problem when it starts in the next parliament. All what I want is that as if we have put the law in order, everything is proper, it can start in the next parliament. I have no problem with it.
Chair, you see now, is that an amendment? Because the issue, that is a clause now.
Yeah, we can.
So that's an additional amendment that you.
We can put that one as a new clause.
Because it is not what you prefer.
Yes. But draft a clause.
Draft a clause.
We can commencement clause and bring it.
No problem, Mr. Chairman. That is why actually I said some are going to be in a written form. Yes, Mr. Chairman, there is something which I left out. Very, 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 very important. A lacuna which is actually in the law as it is. Because my land brother, the Vice Chairman, almost alluded to it, but he stopped somewhere. The law says election, the Parliamentary Administration Act. But that act does not specify who is to elect when you are there. And that one is a problem. We don't know whether it is MPs, you don't know whether it is the executive, you can't tell. So that one also is a problem which I can actually provide for.
What you're actually telling us is that
I can provide, Mr. Chairman, like you have allowed me to bring the other one, I can also add on the other one. Where the